Welcome to another week of the 48 and 46 news. Now remember, this goes 48, the graduated members, then 46. So the first thing we have to talk about is the new 48 single that just came out. And the title of that is, if you guys remember, High Tension. Now when I first listened to the song, I wasn't too sure whether I liked it or not. I thought it was okay. But now listening to it over and over again, it's actually kind of grown on me. And I think it's actually pretty good. It's not one of my favorites, but it's still pretty good. And I think an important factor to that is actually that I watched the music video that just came out. And if you haven't watched the music video, I recommend go watching it. Unfortunately, you can't watch it on YouTube because, the 48 group and their whole not letting US and some other countries watch their stuff. But if you could get your hands on it, I recommend going to watch it. What I think about this music video is I think it's really fashion-y because of the whole beauty light that's going on from the ring light on the camera when they're recording. It makes it seem like more high fashion, a little bit higher production, and I think it fits Paruru's image a little bit more better than the regular style they record in. And in the music video, you can see that whenever she snaps, the party starts happening, everything starts getting high tension, and that's an interesting concept to do. But the one thing that bothered me a little is that eventually every member could snap, and then get this, I wish it was either Paruru, or if every member could do it, have them all come in at different times and then all join up together and just make a big snap and make a big party. I think that would have been a better fit to it. But other than the music video coming out, the cover actually came out too. There's the limited editions and there's also the regular editions that came out. So if you like the song or just want to support, be sure to pick up a copy. The next bit of news is that KOJIMA HARUNA actually announced when her graduation is happening. And that's February 22nd of 2017. And the reason why she picked this is because it was 222, which is in Japanese ni, which she translated to nyan nyan nyan. So it's nyan 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 day. And even though Akimoto said that he wanted her to stay until she was 30, unfortunately that couldn't happen. But speaking of Akimoto, if you remember, he had an anime project that he was going to do. And half of the members of that have actually been revealed. First up, there's Satoreka, who has red hair and is 17. He was actually designed by someone who works on the Fate series. Then there's Toda Jun, who's 16, who has brown hair and also kind of has that tsundere look. And she was designed by someone who worked on Anohana. Then we have Fujima Sakura, who's 17 and is blonde. And the person who designed that worked on the Hentai Prince and the Stony Cats, if you guys have checked that out. And lastly, we have Marayuma Akane, who's 17 and has the bluish hair and wears glasses. The stereotypical glasses but big chest character. But she was designed by someone who worked on Girlfriend Beta, which is a mobile app, and also later anime, although I really don't recommend the anime. Now that's 4 of the characters that have shown up. The other 4 are still missing, so I'm pretty sure that each of these designers is going to do another character, so we just have to wait to see how they turn out. But now on to the graduated members. First up, we have Matsui Rena, who is going to appear in a new movie. And the title of that movie is Hara Hara Nanoka. Now in this movie, she's going to be a tea shop owner. I'm not too sure how big of a role that is in this movie. Now it's been a while since we hear anything with Matsui Rena being in a movie or a TV show kind of thing. The last one I remember is the one that's actually on Crunchyroll, which you could check out. It's with her being in a convenience shop. She's like the crazy girl who likes one of the workers there. It's pretty funny. You guys should go check it out. But that movie comes out April 1st, 2017, so there's still a while to go. Now the next member we have to talk about is Takahashi Minami. Now last week I talked about her, but this week there's something new about her, and that's that she's actually working with McDonald's. She was in 3 commercials where she's eating some food and then saying how good it is and describing it, even though in some of them it looked like she didn't actually eat it, but that's a separate issue. And she was part of the staff for one day, but really I just think it was just for the photo shoot. I don't think she actually took orders and then worked all that hard time doing that. In America, that's considered a low job, and I'm not sure how it is in Japan. Maybe they pay higher or maybe the conditions are better, but generally it's not seen as a good job. I don't think a lot of celebrities would do that even for a TV show. Let's just hope she doesn't get fat or get a heart attack from all these McDonald's food she's eating. But that does it for the graduate members. Let's move on to the 46 news. Now the first bit of 46 news I have is that Nishino Nanase, if you remember, is going to appear in Cabasuka and Gakuen. The Twitter so far has confirmed that she's going to be in the first episode. I'm not too sure if that means she's only going to be in the first episode, or if she's going to be there starting from the first episode. But for sure I'm going to watch it, but first I have to finish up the Majiska Gakuen 5, which I'm like halfway through. And once I'm finished with Majiska Gakuen 5, I can go watch it on October 30th, as well as all of you should. And actually, I want to know what you guys think about the new season that's coming up, and what are your expectations for it. You can actually leave it down in the comments below. And then all the way down to December is when the new concert series for Nogizaka is coming out. And that's for the Christmas, or XMAS as they say it, Nogizaka concerts. And this will actually be in the Nippon Budokan, which is a big venue, and they'll actually be there for 4 days. It's going to be alternating with the Senbatsu girls and the Undergirls. On the 6th and the 8th is the Senbatsu girls, and on the 7th and 9th is the Undergirls. Now I imagine all of these days are going to be filled out. So if you're going to Japan or are in Japan, I totally recommend just buying your tickets early because it'll probably be sold out. And the last bit of news is actually with Keyakizaka 46, and that's their new single title. And the new title is Futari Saison. And if you're unsure what Saison means, it's actually French. Saison in French means season in English. So they decided to go with the French word in their title, which I think is a bit interesting, as Akimoto himself has said that Nogizaka has more of that French schoolgirl feel to them. But that was revealed on the Keyakizaka radio show, which has a super long title, and I'll probably mess it up many times if I try to pronounce it. So just on the radio show. But that comes out November 30th, so pick it up if you want to support them. All we need to do now is just listen to it and see how good it is. But that'll do it for the news this week. Be sure to check out last week's video where I talked about Nanami graduating and my feelings about that. And also be sure to subscribe to know when I upload the next video. And don't forget to leave those comments I talked about earlier down below. Thank you all for watching, and remember to check out next week when I talk about the news and you guys can be caught up another week with the 48 and 46 news.